The deaths of these soldiers, and I think some of them may be from the California National Guard, I've been trying to find out, by the way, will be potentially used as a justification for further escalation against Iran. As we know, the desire to wage war in Iran has been going on for 2 decades. We forget how much support and sustainment and equipment and training we pumped into Saddam Hussein's regime in his war against Iran that killed hundreds of thousands of Iranians. And at the time, we applauded. We thought it was wonderful. Henry Kissinger thought the war was great because it was killing large numbers, not only of Iranians, but also Arabs. That cynicism has not been forgotten. The notion that the hostility we are dealing with today simply began last week is wrong. But we need to understand that Iran is telling the truth when it says it did not order explicitly these Iraqi resistance organizations or Shiite militias to attack us. They did not. The intelligence committee has already stated that. We have to understand that these are Arab militias. The Arabs in Yemen, in the Houthis, the Arabs in southern Lebanon, Hezbollah, the Arabs in Iraq and Syria. They are all anti-Israeli. Why are they attacking us? Because we are unconditionally supporting the destruction of the Arab population in Gaza. If that were to halt, or at least we were to do what I just stated earlier, essentially say we're not going to be a party to this, the attacks on us would end. There is no desire on the part of Iran or anyone else in the region to go to war with us. We, however, have been desperately seeking this opportunity, looking for an excuse. Is this enough? I don't know. You have to look at American opinion polls. And remember, we always have, about a third of the electorate that cheers regardless of whom we bomb. I mean, if we bombed Panama tomorrow morning, a third of the electorate would stand up and say, oh, it's wonderful. It's great.
Right.
Americans have no fear of war because it always happens on someone else's soil. And that is about to change if we attack Iran.
Kalala Malak Yahweh Wa Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rahak Wadash. Double honors to the elders of GMS Ruah, blessings unto those men, and blessings and salutations to the Akim out there in truth, pushing his word in all sincerity. With that being said, Shalom Israel, Barakatah. Today's lesson, the Warmongers. And it's just as the Colonel said. Iran is telling the truth when it says that it did not order the strike that killed the 3 American soldiers. This has been verified by intelligence. The Arab militias were responsible for the strike, but the West is looking for any excuse to invade Iran. Exact words. That's the reason why today's lesson is on the warmongers. And what is a warmonger? A warmonger is defined as a person who encourages or advocates aggression towards other countries or groups. And when it comes to Iran, they are known as the Carmanian wild boars, according to the scripture of 2 Esdras 15 and 30. 2 Esdras 15 and 30. Also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. And the Carmanians represents the Iranian wild boars of Iran. The Iranians of today are the Persians, and it is prophesied that they shall come with great power. And when it comes to Iran, they should not be underestimated, because they have an enormous arsenal at their disposal. They have very sophisticated and accurate theater ballistic missiles with a range of 1,200 miles, and tactical ballistic missiles, the TBMs. Plus, they also possess cruise missiles, unmanned systems, and drones. No longer can the smaller nations be bullied because they have officially leveled the playing field. They now possess nuclear arsenal, nuclear capability, and other sorts of advanced weaponry. And this scripture of 2 Esdras 15 and 30 has said that the Carmanians shall rage in wrath, and with great power shall they come. And this is biblical prophecy. So they should not be underestimated. Bible prophecy is always right on point. And that's the mother of all F-ups. When you underestimate. And tensions are extremely high right now due to this current Israeli-Hamas war. And as a result, the nations are angry. If Iran was to get attacked or invaded by the West, that will automatically draw out the Russians to war. Remember that Russia is now providing unprecedented level of military aid and technical support to Iran, as it says here. So any attack on Iran will definitely draw out the Russians. And we are no longer living in the time of peace, but of war. Also, the time approaches when the allies of America shall betray them. That's also coming. Once they implement that CHIP of Revelation 13 and 16, that third world war cometh quickly. No holes barred. With that being said, let's go over to Revelation 11 and 14. Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. In other words, the second world war is past, but the third world war of destruction cometh quickly. Woe means destruction. Just as soon as they pass the CHIP of Revelation 13 and 16, all hell breaks loose. The Lord, Yahweh Wa Yahushai, has given Esau Edom the knowledge of the sword and has created the modern day smith in order to bring about the many weapons of his indignation. Right, to bring about those ICBM weapons of destruction. As soon as they implement that CHIP of Revelation 13 and 16, that third world war cometh quickly with no limitations and with no restrictions. And that greater war must take place in order to remove these ongoing destructive warmongers from among the power seat. But when it's all said and done, no nation shall lift up arms against another nation. Isaiah 2 and 4. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. And this scripture of Isaiah 2 and 4 is also found in the scripture of Micah 4 and 3. After the great war, there shall be peace, for the nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. Their swords shall be beaten into plowshares, and their spears made into pruning hooks. After the great war, there shall be peace, and all weapons of war shall be broken down. There shall be productive tools of cultivation rather than weapons of war. On that day, nation shall not rise or lift up a sword against another nation, and neither shall they learn war anymore. That is true peace. Because there will never be peace upon this wicked kingdom. The rulers do live by the sword. The only difference is that the nations will be in slavery due to them partaking in the captivity of the children of Israel under the hands of Esau Edom. Children of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Tainos, Native American Indians, and Israelite foreigners of the same lineage and bloodline. The beginning stages of that great war have begun. Make no mistake, war is coming, and it's on the horizon. And the West has already stirred up the captains and kings of the Medes, which are the Russians, and there's no turning back. But with that being said, Kal Allah Malak Yahweh, Wa Yahushai, Ba Hashem Rachakwadash, double honors to the elders of GMS Aruba, blessings unto those men, and blessings and salutations to the Akim out there in truth, pushing his word in all sincerity. With that being said, Shalom Israel, Barakatah.